Hey, it's Frecky here, guys, and today I'm going to be talking about my goals. Alright, so first of all, I just want to say I don't know what's going on with my equipment lately, but I recorded a whole video. I was in the middle of editing it, and somehow in the middle of it, the microphone went dead. So, like 10 minutes of video and then 20 minutes of no audio for the rest of the video. Don't know why. So, I'm back. And so, it might be a little bit easier since I've already done one quick run through of this. So, first thing I want to talk about is, if you've been paying attention, my first goal was to get to 360 pounds. That was always the weight that I typically topped off at until this year when I went above and beyond it and got up to 378 or 376. So I reached that goal last week and actually went a pound under it and got to 359. And so I got my first reward, and it's not endorsed by them, it's just my own personal reward. I went to this website called Pub Socks, and I'll put a link in the comments below in case you want to get some for yourself. But it's an awesome website where you upload a picture of your dog, and then they crop out the little head, and they put it all over a pair of socks. And I did that with Selena because I love her. I love both of my dogs. Goldie is awesome, Selena is awesome, and both are technically my roommates. Selena, she just lives in my room. She adapts my personality. We're very much alike, and I love her. So I went there, and I got little Selena socks. So, as you can see, these are socks that have little Selena heads all over them. How freaking adorable is that? And I'll show the back, a little spot for your heel down here. Yeah, so super freaking cute. Love them. My only complaint would be about myself, not about them. I have very large calves. I have been 360 most of my life, so they have been carrying that much weight, so they've gotten large and they've gotten solid. So with these guys, very cute sock, but then when you put a large calf in it, it stretches the photo in a really weird way. This type of material with the lines, it doesn't work. I have other socks that have designs on them where the design stays intact when it's stretched out. These are not that type of material. So, in essence, it was basically a fail, but I still love them. I still think they're super cute. I may end up giving them to my roommate because, again, the dogs are technically his. And originally I went to that website and that was going to be, Christmas gift or a birthday gift for him. But I might give these to him, but I realized that on my wrist, her face is fine. So, let me scoot her up a little. So what I might end up doing is trying to cut and make a little wrist cuff with Selena head around there. I don't know, haven't decided. Not sure exactly what else I can do. Hang them in a frame with her face, maybe without them looking like socks, and just have her little face next to each other. I don't know. I could possibly maybe try to cut and make them smaller socks, and maybe at my actual ankle they won't be stretched out as far, but then you don't see as much, so you would still only see the part that's on my foot, which this part here, which would be the top of my foot, because they go, like this, the top of my foot, it doesn't stretch it out too far, so then the pictures look fine. But I don't really walk around in just socks too often, and I don't wear sandals with socks because I may not be the most fashionable person, but I know that's a no. So, not sure what I'm going to do exactly, but I think they are adorable, and I highly recommend them if you do not have large calves. I haven't checked the website. I really should probably before I recorded this, but I don't know if there's other materials you can choose where it might work better. Don't know, but I'll figure it out. But either way, so that was my first reward. And that's what's kind of cool about it being a reward, because I'm seeing it as something like that. And I'm not too upset that I spent $21 on a pair of socks that I can't wear. Okay, I might be a little upset. But not horribly, because I'm going to have options with this. And it's still super cute, so whatever. And so that is that. The next thing, this whole video is going to be mainly about goals. So the next thing I want to talk about is, let me switch around my trusty little board. I redid it, and normally it is hanging up there. Well, there. But for the purpose of this video, you can't read that far. So I brought it closer. So as I showed a little bit last time, I'm going to have mini goals, and I'm going to keep updating them. So like my next mini goal is here, where I want to get to 336.8, which will be 40 pounds lost. So it's only 21 more pounds to go, probably about 2 more months. And at that point, I will get the Junkrat and Android, which I showed in my last video. And below that, I have my reward list, which, as you can see, Pup Socks, the Junkrat and Android. And then I'm still thinking of stuff to add, but I wrote things like shorts, frames, shirt, and paint. Like, you know, I need new shorts. I'm going to anyway. The ones I have, like, I only have a couple of pair. Like, I'm not trying to buy too much in my current size. And they were already a smidge loose when I bought them, but they were fine. But now they're to the point that if I don't have a belt, they're falling to the floor. They're just coming right off. And I have actually taken them off that way several times, which is awkward when I go to put them on. But, so that, and then like shirts, and I'm going to need more of, but I don't want to buy in this size. So when I get down another size, like right now I'm like hovering between 3 and 4. So probably when I get to solid 3, I'll probably buy a few shirts. And then hopefully I'll get through the 3X pretty quick, and when I get to 2, that's when I'll probably buy more clothes, because I know between 2X and 1X, that is actually, it takes a while to get out of that. So, as it goes on. And then other things like picture frames and paint. Those are things I need anyway. Hi, Goldie. She's randomly hanging out between my legs now. Under the desk, like laying down. Pervert. Frames and paint, they're things I need. I have more autographs and photographs with celebrities that I want to hang up. I have other things like, you know, my Lucio back there and my Vegeta and other fandom art. I have a Harley Quinn somewhere that I really, really want to hang up. And I don't find myself doing it. Like, a lot of times I'm like, oh, I can't justify buying that because frames are expensive. Like, last time I went ahead and got 3, like, cheap frames from Walmart, and they do not go well with the rest. So I want to get better frames and get more frames. So motivation and paint, like this wall color, not that cute. I have a spot on my wall over here that, we had some rain issues. So it's like got spots on it. So I want to get rid of that. And I just typically don't ever want to justify the money to myself. I will spend money on things, but things that are needed for some reason I slack off on. So instead it'll be a reward, and I can justify it easier in my head. Like, oh, this is a reward for doing this. I get to look forward to getting this. And so throw it on the list. I'll think of more things to add to it later. And so another category on here, you all have seen my big goal, which is 220. And I'll readdress that when I get closer. I know a lot of people probably see that and be like, dude, 220 is still pretty big. But that was my goal. That was my weight that I got down to before, and I looked pretty darn good there. I still had a belly, but it was a comfortable size. I was wearing a size large at that point. It was cool. And the other thing I believe I mentioned in my last video, but I'm not sure. I recorded a couple that didn't work out due to some circumstances that happened. And so the next thing that is here is DragonCon. I officially, me and the TMI Queen are officially going to DragonCon next year. And that is a dream come true. That and San Diego Comic-Con. Those are the 2 biggies in the nerd world, in my nerd world. And so we are officially going. So let me set this down for a second, because it's a lot easier to see like this. So DragonCon is about 12 months away. If I lose 8 pounds a month, which is my goal, I've been averaging 10, but it's been 2 months. Oh, well, almost 2 months. I've been averaging 10 a month. But being real, I'm guessing it's probably gonna be a little bit less than that. And so give me a little wiggle room. So 8 months, if 1 month I lose a little bit less, 1 month I lose a little bit more, on average, 8 pounds a month. So a year from now, that would be 96 more pounds off for a total of 113.8 off. So that would leave me at 263 pounds, which is exciting. I want to get there. And so that is my goal for DragonCon. I will update it on my board here. Oh, you can't see it with those numbers there, can you? Sorry, girl. Let me get those numbers out of there. There we go. So I will update it on here. Like, this board is going to keep me busy because I got to update my mini goal and update my DragonCon goal. And so I'll have my current weight, my goal weight, and pounds to go. That's all I'm going to put on here. And so I have 96 more pounds to go. Doable in a year. It sounds like a lot, but that is also why I have my mini goals, so that I don't get overwhelmed because holy crud, 96 more pounds. That is a child or a preteen. But I can do it. I can, and I will. Anyway, so that's that. Sorry, I'm cheesy sometimes. And let's go this way. So I put my reasons over here. I had a whole video on those, so I'm not going to read all of those. And then my side reasons, you getting dizzy yet? These are side reasons / rewards / benefits. So things like Six Flags, skydiving, going on hikes, I'll have more energy. Things like that are all my long-term, side benefits. I'm not going to make them a goal. Skydiving might end up being the mega goal or mega reward because that's expensive. And it's a huge thing that I've been wanting to do for years, but you need to be 250 pounds or less to do it, especially because the first time you do it, I want to do it tandem. And if you're going to tie yourself to another human being, you got to add those weights together. So if somebody's my size and plus more weight, I don't think a parachute will do it. So whatever the reasons, I have safety reasons, I'm sure, I need to be 250 or less. And so there. But yeah, so all of that. And all of this just got me thinking of things when I reach my goal. Like, these are all goals and rewards that I'm setting for myself. But there are, I guess, benefits. Like that last category, you could just call them benefits. Like things like a lot of people, if you are my size, you understand. And it's really hard for other people to understand. Like, say last week, Saturday, or Sunday, whatever day, we were painting the living room, which first of all came out amazing. I should have taken the camera in there because it's gorgeous in there right now. But, we have super tall ceilings, 12 feet or whatever. And we needed a ladder. I got a ladder from my parents, and my first instinct that I always do on anything, and when you're big, you do this, you check the weight limit. Every little thing you have to think about. And yeah, sure enough, weight limit on the ladder, 250. And there's a bunch of stuff like that I am now super looking forward to that a lot of people don't even think about. Like say with getting on a ladder. Normal person, we need to paint, let me climb this ladder. I have to think about, can this ladder hold my weight? My chair that I'm sitting in, I'm in it a lot. It's my gaming chair. What is the weight limit on it? Or even side note, I'm not going to get too much into it because I will get angry, but a YouTuber I follow, he posted a video, and this is a particular location of a particular gym. Not the entire franchise, not all of them, so I'm not going off on them. I'm not going off in general, really, but they had a sign above on their bathroom doors basically saying that the weight limit on the cardio machines is 350. So if you weigh more than 350, you can't get on it, which in my opinion is absurd. I have looked for exercise equipment like treadmills and bikes and things like that. And yes, a lot of them have weight limits. But at the same time, I am an average person thinking of buying something for my home, not a gym designed to help people lose weight. And I'm sorry, but if you're 350 pounds or more, like me, you need to lose weight. And how embarrassing would that be to go into a gym and not be able to use their equipment? I've said this a lot lately, so I don't know if I even covered this in a video. So if I did, I'm sorry. But I feel like like they should have the proper equipment. Like I've looked, I know it exists. You can buy it on Amazon. It's expensive as all get out, but if you are a gym, you can afford it, or you should put it in your budget so that you're cutting out a huge amount of people. But either way, things like that. Like when you're bigger, you have to think, oh, what's the weight limit on this? Hopping in a car. That's on my mind right now because I've been driving my parents' car for the past couple of days because mine had issues, which I think I got fixed today. Yay. But getting in a car, somebody else's car, or driving a different car, you got to look at the sizing because like my parents' car that I'm driving right now, I'm driving like this, first of all, because like I'm tall. So I have to like, and then two, my stomach luckily doesn't hit the steering wheel, but I have thick thighs, guys. Like they're huge. And so when I'm turning, if my hand is still on it, it's hitting my thigh. Like the wheel hits my thigh. Things like that the average person, you probably don't have to think about. You just hop in a car. And so instead of like right now and in the past getting depressed because of how it is right now, I am thinking of my long-term goals and the benefits of just being able to hop in that car, climb that ladder, get on the treadmill. Don't have to think about those things. Or even like clothing. Like that's one of my reasons is clothing. Like my roommate last year or the year before, we went to Vegas and I think he finally realized why I hate clothes shopping. Because when you go to a store and you're my size, you can't just go and look at everything and be like, oh, I want this. Okay, which one do I want most? Like you have to be like, okay, what's available in my size? What of that is acceptable? And I think he finally realized it because we went to a couple places and we could not find anything. I feel like I got a shirt, but shortly after that trip, the shirt no longer fit. But even the little things like, I wear black a lot. In case you haven't noticed in my videos, I think you've seen my red shirt and my pink shirt. But other than that, I wear black because it hides better all the rolls. There's no like shadows like underneath my boobs and underneath my rolls on my sides and my back and all that jazz. Well, I don't have too many back rolls, luckily. I'm not, Alyssa Edwards. But sorry, love her. But if you have those and you're wearing a light color, it creates a shadow underneath those and makes them look even bigger. I mean, I'm not fooling anybody. I know people know I have rolls and I have boobs and all of that. I'm not delusional. But when you wear those colors, they show more. But when I reach my weight goal, I'll be able to wear those a lot easier. I used to wear a lot more colors. I used to be able to. Now I just wear them on my face and hair. And so like that is super, super exciting to me. Somebody, side note, somebody had posted on the iTracks Byte in the Connect app, the social section of it, posted, it takes 9 months to grow a baby. What can you do in 9 months? And that really got me thinking of how much we'll be able to change. Like, say DragonCon is 12 months. Even add more onto that. If in 9 months you can create a whole new life, in 9 months, in 12 months, in however long it actually is going to take me to reach my goals, I will be creating a whole new life. A whole new life. The life of a person that can just climb on a ladder. The life of a person that can just go shopping anywhere. Even shoes, guys. Like, I go there, like, I typically wear between 12 and 13. Lately, it's been mainly 13s because you don't think about it, but when you're big, your feet get bigger. Like, mine aren't, like, gross or anything, but they are, a little more girthy, a little thicker. And so, like, I have to find stuff that fits with that. It's weird. Like I have friends that will, like when I was trying to buy new shoes the other day and friends told me, oh, well, go to Marshall's, go to Kohl's. I go there and stuff that is available in my size, they're old man shoes or they're Crocs. And I don't wear either. So I can't. So I have to go to a normal store. And luckily they carry more sizes at like Shoe Carnival or whatever. But again, when I lose more weight, I'll be closer to the 12 because my feet won't be as wide and girthy. So I'll be able to fit more shoes. Those little things that, the average person doesn't have to think about. is mind-boggling, but exciting because eventually I will be that quote-unquote normal person. I hate the word normal, but you know what I mean when I say it. An average-sized person, average healthy size, however you want to word it. I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm not offending myself, so whatever. But these things will be so exciting when I get there because I can just go in a store and look at the options and be like, okay, I want this. And oh, it's my size. Versus how it is now. Go buy those shoes. Like I said, twice now, I believe, but climb that ladder, get in that car. Oh, you guys want to go on a hike? Yeah, let's go. Instead of, I don't know if I can handle it, if I can breathe, this and that. All of these things that normal people can just do, I will be able to do. As my board said, I can and I will. And I'm super excited to reach that point and be there. Like, I can't fathom it, even though I was there for a little bit. It was like a year, but I was there, and it was so cool. I went on like a 5K walk / jog / walk again. But still, doing things like that because it sounds fun. Like, friends that, want to go camping, or like I said, go on a 5K. In my head, I'm like, okay, I'm out of breath just thinking about it because I cannot fathom going like 5K, especially because then I guarantee I will be the last one. My friends would be surpassing me or having to walk slow to keep up with me, versus when I get there, I could do it. Like, they have some really cool ones. Like the one that I did, it was called a glow run. It was at night, and you wear stuff that lights up or whatever, and then there's even a section where they throw colored powder at you that reacts to the black lights and things, so it's like glowing everywhere. In that instance, though, it was really cool. My one friend that went with me, we walked a lot because he was bigger, and we ended up being last, but because we were last, they had all the powder left over, so they let us just hang out there for a minute and play in it and gave us as much extra as we wanted. But I don't want to be last because I have to, because I can't physically do what everybody else is doing. We were also last because I had to stop and use the bathroom. Bladder issues. But either way, like things like that sound fun. Somebody just mentioned a 5K the other day. That's why I'm bringing it up. And I'm just like, I can't do that right now. Like, I can't. Especially in the heat. I'm definitely not going to. But even without that, I can't do it. I will be able to do it. Actually, I'm going to add that to my goal. Do a 5K when I get in better shape. Because that was a lot of fun. Money went to charity. So yeah, I'm adding that. I'm going to do that when this video is over. So one more thing before I leave. A total side note, but somebody posted in the, I think it was the iTrack Bites participants face. I cannot talk. I think it was in the iTrack Bites participants Facebook group. It was either that or Weight Watchers Points Plus group. I don't remember which. But either way, they posted about Pickle Chicken. Like, weirdest thought ever in my head. Apparently when I mentioned it to people, they're like, yeah, that sounds awesome. But either way, they marinated chicken in pickle juice overnight and then threw it in their air fryer. And they said it was amazing. Apparently it was like similar to Chick-fil-A chicken. I don't know. I don't shop there. I don't do that, my own personal whatever. Not judging if you do. Apparently it's amazing. So I did it last night and made it today. I'm going to post a picture somewhere around here when I'm talking about this. It was so good. It was so good. It was weird though because you're eating green chicken. But it tasted amazing. So I highly recommend it. Like literally, like how I did to track it, if you are tracking calories or points or anything like that, what the girls suggested was, and I'm pretty confident it was iTrack Bites, participants Facebook group. But they measured how much juice you were using, and then you put the chicken in a container, put the juice in, and then measure how much juice is left. And what the difference is how much pickle juice you need to track. Because I was like, how do you even track that? And so you do that. And so mine, it ended up being like, what was it? Not even a third of a cup. It was like a fourth of a cup is what actually got soaked up in the chicken overnight. Because I literally bought it late last night. And then I was too excited for it. And I made it, for lunch. But highly recommend it. It doesn't get too pickly, and I just got kosher pickle juice. I didn't know what kind. I didn't even think about that. There's a bunch of different kinds of pickles. Sweet pickles, dill pickles, kosher pickles. Other kind, I don't know. But there was a lot of options. So I just got the largest jar. That was the local store brand, so it was like $2.99. I was like, all right, because these pickles are going to go bad because I'm taking them all out of the juice. So I have a Ziploc bag full of pickles. Whatever. It tasted amazing. I'm going to stop talking about pickle juice because I feel like I'm going to summon Beetlejuice because I keep saying pickle juice, pickle juice, pickle juice. I don't know. But anyway, enough of that. That is where I'm going to call it quits on this video. So, as I always say, if you are on a journey, please let me know. I would love to support you. Like, the amount of people that I am connecting with is amazing. I love it. And if you haven't yet, please click the like, hit the little bell if you want notifications. I post every Sunday and Tuesday. Please comment. I love interactions on my videos. And subscribe, please. I'd love it. Yeah, so anyway, so thank you, and I will see you on Sunday for my next weigh-in, where hopefully I will be down 20 more pounds. Not 20 more, 20 total. 20 total.